Unmute, unmute. Okay. As far as the stream goes. Well, we are live. And we should be able to stream, should be able to hear everybody. We'll see in a moment. But, sorry about missing last week. Or last time. Last week, whatever it was. I don't know. Days are kind of blurring together at this point. It's been freaking hot, and I've had to work outside a lot, so yeah. So, unless you guys have something else, we'll just go right into it. And I'm going to ask, I think, especially since it's been a while, I'm going to ask each person to go over and do a quick synopsis where you were, where we ended with you last, and then we'll go from there. And Ace, you are, well, you start with an A, so you're first. Assuming you're there. Okay. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So it's not... Okay, so it's not me. Ace, I don't know if you're actually there, but we can't hear you, it seems. So, we'll come back around to Ace then. Stringer, what were you doing when we were playing last?
Crap, I forgot to plug my mic in.
We'll come back around.
Yeah.
I've been there. I've done that actually not too long ago. Anyway, Stringer.
Yeah. I was just finishing up with the last lot of editing and broadcasting that I've been up to. I'd had the solar panels and the wind turbine installed, so
Right.
Power even if no one else had. I've got my battery bank installed.
And all that was supposed to take 3 or 4 days or something like that? Where did we end up? I know you paid extra to have it done quicker.
Yeah. I'm not sure how long.
I want to say I want to say we ended up at like 3 days or 2 to 3 days or somewhere right in there someplace.
Even if I was still waiting for the install to be done.
Right.
I bought the generator, so I can have it running off that if I need it.
Right. Okay.
That's about
Okay.
where I was.
That's where you were. Okay. Mirage. Mistress Mirage. Where were you when we were playing last?
I just finished getting my surgery done, and after that, fixing the building and my own place.
Getting your place remodeled and new furniture and all kinds of fun stuff. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I remember the one thing I was going to do. So I made a note of it in here, and that's seeing as Marcellus has now dropped off the server, not just out of the game, I wanted to break into his apartment and steal those ballistic panels that we got from
Right.
you remember where we went into the combat zone to get that Corp guy who was hiding out.
I remember the panels. Yes.
I mean, if he left the building and has disappeared off the face of the earth, then I'm gonna have him before the next person moves in.
Well, as far as it goes, it's like well, like when some of the other players stopped playing, he has not been seen in a while. Some of the other characters have made appearances or made cameos, so to speak, since as NPCs, but he has not. He's just not been seen.
Yeah. I say he's actually dropped off the server now, so.
Well, his character, that doesn't mean his character's gone though. Like I said, some of the others have become NPCs. But yeah, as far as the in-game goes, He just hasn't been seen in a couple of weeks. I don't know. Our times have been all screwed up, so. But for a while. He hasn't been seen for a while. And I was going to pull up, as I'm talking here, I am attempting to pull up his sheet so I could see what he had, notes he had on that. I do remember the panels you're talking about, but I was going to see what notes he had on it. And that will be, you can attempt to get into his apartment and do that stuff. Absolutely.
Yep.
But we're getting the status of everybody, and then we'll actually dig into playing again. So you're gonna do that, and I believe there was a couple other things you wanted to do, but we'll, in turn.
Yeah. Visit the Scandinavian clinic.
That's it. And Ace, now that you have your mic plugged in.
Yes. I'm on my way. We're at the federal building. And I've got some stuff that I need to do, office related and case related.
Oops. Alrighty. So, you're gonna be doing, you got that. Is that, babe? Well, that's okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get us all around here. Alright. So, I am gonna flip us over to Night City, because we're not necessarily at the Hope right now, which is the map that's on the screen. We'll do that. Alright, so I guess we'll just start at the top of the list here again, and we'll start going through where everybody is. And I am going to try, if we can, this session, if we can get caught up with all the stuff that we're doing, everybody's doing separately, so we can get everybody back together and actually do some stuff as a team or group again.
Yeah,
Of course,
I hear you.
I say that I want to do that this session, but again, I don't know if everybody heard, if everybody was on at the time I said it. Vasily isn't able to play today, so he won't be here. But we'll do what we can. So Ace, yes, federal building.
Okay.
You're going in. What is it? As you go in, you got full body scanners and metal detectors and all kinds of fun crap to go through, and appropriate IDs are needed, and when you first go into the building, there is a law enforcement entrance. You have to give up all your whatever firearms and stuff you have while you get checked out in order to enter the building. You will get them back, though, and are able to carry them once you're inside. But they have to confirm who you are before they'll give them back to you, do all that stuff. And since you're somebody that's not here every day, necessarily.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
Okay. So, once I get to my office, I'm going to put a request into forensic accounting division to have them go over Robert Roberts' taxes.
Okay.
He's paid them. So we'll take care of that. And I also need to do. I'm assuming he's going to come up clean, but I'm going to do a criminal background search on Robert Roberts to see if he's guilty of anything across state lines.
Okay. And this is which you'll be able to find out pretty easily. It's public information, whatever. It's a there's a family, Robert's family. I think I'd have to look back over my notes, but I believe it's Robert Roberts III that is currently running the company. But there was the original, and then the grandfather, and then the second, and so on. But yeah, we'll check on him individually and the company as a whole, right?
And I'm also gonna put a request. I'm also gonna put a request into the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commissions, to do an investigation into his stock buying, because I'm assuming that some of those properties that he's getting into are corporate, and he would need to be leveraging some type of stock option at that point. So that'll take care of that. I need to requisition some surveillance gear, a couple of phone taps, some laser mics, bugs tracers, video cameras, because I'm going to set up surveillance outside both Arasaka and Militech when I have a chance and have an opportunity to do that.
Okay.
And then last but not least, before I have to step aside to help my wife bring groceries in, I'm gonna call my opposite number at Night City Police Department, and I'm gonna kind of inform them what's going on with Robert Roberts in the triads, and say, listen, we're looking at extortion, fraud, possibly kidnapping if I can find anything on that, and just let him know that there's a federal case that's going to be opened for extortion and fraud
Investigations.
You've
Right.
got walking on the cracks in the pavement, looking at me in a funny way.
Yeah.
And murder.
And murder. Murder is a Night City thing. I can't do anything about murder. But I will forward that to Night City Police Department. And then last but not least, here comes the real fun. I'm gonna open 2 cases of terrorism on both Militech and Arasaka for the corporate fighting. And that'll be that. So that's pretty much what I'm doing at the federal building right now.
Okay. Well, that will take time. You got a lot to go into there. Lots of paperwork.
Yeah, I know.
You're wanting to do surveillance on two of the biggest of the top 3 or 4 or whatever corps in the city. So that's going to take a lot of paperwork and approvals and signatures and stuff before you can get any equipment on that. And we'll do some rolls for it in a minute, but that may take more than just one trip to the building. It may take some time to get all that approved.
Okay, that's fine. Let me go help my wife real fast.
Oh, okay. No problem. We'll come back around. So, while he's doing paperwork at the building, at the federal building, Stringer, you had a couple of days left of while they're going to be working on all your stuff. The generator is going to be in use some of that time, and some of that time is going to be running off the building power. But when they get finished getting that equipment installed, it's a little bit of back and forth, until it's all done. The let's see, you wanted to do which one thing of the things you want to do? Because I know you got a few. What do you want to do first?
Yeah, I'll head to the clinic first.
Okay.
So I can do that while they're doing the work on the panels and what have you.
Okay. Well, you actually you're just going to walk in, or are you going to call first, set an appointment, that kind of stuff?
I'll call first, set an appointment.
Okay. You will call, you'll get some automated stuff. Eventually, you will get to talk to somebody, and they will get some of your information. They will know that it's a doctor's office kind of thing. It doesn't that they recognize your name or know who you are as academic. They're still going to ask you a bunch of questions. And let me see. We'll say there is. Let's see. There is not an appointment available today. There is an appointment available tomorrow.
Yep. Okay.
So, and we'll say, oops, Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's try that again with the correct number on it here. Actually, we're going to do 12. 3:15. So 3 p.m. tomorrow.
Yep.
There is a time available. You can come in, and they will have to do a what is it you're wanting? I know you did. You already send me the list of what you wanted to have done? I'm sorry.
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
Certain.
We did
Listen,
talk
I
about
want to know
therapy.
Yeah, I want to know about the therapy before I commit to anything.
Okay, I understand. So you're basically then your current appointment is that you are concerned that you have a little bit of cyberware and you'd like to have some get that checked out and mental
See
state.
how the
Just
therapy will work on that.
see what
And
you can do to help you with that and potentially to
Yeah,
get
and
more.
if that works out okay, then
Hmm.
I want some of that biotech.
Okay. I'll have to look back, or we'll find back what the prices I gave for Mirage on that stuff, but we'll figure that out.
I've got
Okay.
the book prices in front of me, so you can modify it by whatever. But
Yeah, I'd come up. I'll have to look back here. I'll look back in just a moment. Let me see here. Actually, let me see if I just got it here. There was.
yeah, the advert in the latest copy of Hustler. See how much these actually go for.
What let's do this. What items are you going to be looking for? And I'll start to get that ready. Or do you
Body increase
I'm sorry?
plus 2 reference, body increase plus 2 reference increase, and I'll need the DNA mapping.
And Impulse, do you recall what we did on yours? What modifier we did on the prices? Got the book prices list, but I don't remember the modifier we did. That's okay.
Yeah, I can't
Oh,
remember either.
You're not sure? Okay, well,
Yeah,
that's all right.
The book says double the cost if cyber. I'm thinking, this is like DNA
Well,
modifications.
that's
Why
also... Yeah, why?
No,
Yeah.
it's so what that means. You have to look because you have to look at the specific rules in. I can't remember if this bit's in Eurosource or if it's in the Chromebook. It's in either one.
Yeah.
Basically, if you've got a certain amount of humanity lost for cyberware already, it doubles the price.
Therapy is in Chromebook too, if you need to look it up. I have to run up to Walmart. I know that you British guys are like, what the fuck is Walmart? But
They screwed something up on your... When they brought the stuff out, they screwed something up.
Yeah, well, actually, they gave my wife the wrong thing, so I gotta go get it. So
Yeah,
it's gonna take me
about every other
Tuesday.
trip. Yeah.
Yeah, we know about Walmart. They own the 40% of the largest chain of sector distributors in the UK.
Oh, that's wonderful. So I'm gonna drop out of the chat, and then I'll when I come back and come back.
All right, sounds good. See you in a bit. Okay. Okay. On what you wanted to have done, you said the body plus the DNA map, of course, the body plus 2 reflexes. What did you want to do there?
I'll take the reflexes and body to maximum, but it depends on how effective I think the therapy is going to be and how effective it's going to be on what I've already had done.
I understand. So, as far as, let me say first, as far as cost, since you're having this stuff done in Night City, not going over to the actual clinic, it does cost more. There is a multiplier just because you're having it done here as opposed to flying over there to have it done.
Yep.
Okay. That's what I did for when Impulse had Mirage had her work done. So that's what we're going to do for you. And I'm going to roll. I'm going to do a die 3. And again, this will be in addition to what the, since you already have some cyberware, you got double for that.
Depends how much cyberware.
Oh, it depends on how much. Where is that
Yes.
chart then? So we can, do you happen to
It's
know?
a bunch of crap over. I can't remember if it's in
Okay.
Eurosource Plus or in the books.
That's okay.
Because half of the rules are
It's
in
in
the
Euros. It's in Euros.
Okay. Well, if you want to double check that and what that number would be, do you have your source available?
Which is a list of all the cyberware in the game, and it tells you what source book it's in.
Right.
I don't take source book
Oh.
open.
Oh, okay. I understand. Okay. Let me look real quick and see if we can
I've got
get that.
another one of things for all the equipment.
We'll either get it real quick or I will just give you an answer. You know?
Yep.
Well, I've got it, but for some reason it doesn't want to. Oh, okay. I'm not going to spend time on that because when I tried to just open it, apparently I moved the file and it didn't want to just open. So I'm not going to worry about that part.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do.
Cyberware 9 humanity cost. So I'm still on my full empathy.
You don't even have a full point. Okay.
I think you should be fine in that case. I seem to
I
remember
think-
if it's like 10 humanity. Yeah, if the character receiving biotech has more than 10 humanity cost of non-nano cyberware, the cost of biotech is doubled, as is the time taken for tests.
Well, I've got 9, so.
Yeah, so you should be fine. It's in Eurosource.
Okay. So I kind of hated to do. I wanted a minimum, and we're gonna do 2.5 times. 2.5 times book prices for each thing.
Yep.
And whatever the time frame is that it says on there, it will take 50% longer to get it done. Yeah. Sorry. But it'll take what did I say? Double the time, 2.5 times the price because you're doing it Night City. You're not going to the actual clinic. Let's see.
It'd probably be cheaper to fly to Switzerland.
What's that? Say again.
Probably be cheaper to fly to Switzerland.
It would be cheaper, but you have to wait for an appointment too. It takes a lot longer to get an appointment there. I remember what the book says. It can be months though to get appointments over there, and you have to be approved. You have to be accepted. The appointment there isn't the same as just going to the clinic here.
Yeah.
You know, it's how you're going to do it. It's you submit a bunch of info and fill out a whole bunch of forms, and they may or may not decide to let you come to their facility.
One of the things with Cyberpunk is, you know, when the core book came out, you know, they make references to, you know, the finest cutting-edge cyberware in the world comes from, you know, Scandinavian and Swiss clinics. Then when you buy the Euro source book, you know, the first things they tell you in that is, you know, Europe is backwards and really shit. The cyberware here is really, really crap. The stuff you get off a street dock in Night City is much better.
Except for the clinic, the Scandinavian stuff.
Yeah.
That's the exception. Europe in general is not doing well as far as cyberware. But the Scandinavian places are the like pinnacle of research and of what's available. Okay, so you got your cost down. Basically, it's going to... Well, I told you about the time and I told you about the other costs, so you can work out the numbers there if that's all right. So you're going to be That's tomorrow. Do you want to do... Actually, I'm going to keep going around. I know it's just the two of you now at this point, but we're going to go around just to keep everybody doing something. So you'll have... I'm going to say you've got the afternoon of one day. You've got your appointment tomorrow. In the third day, the stuff pretty much should all be complete. I'm going to do some rolls for your work and for Mirage's work to see if it gets done on time, or if there's any delays or whatever. Okay. So I'm going to come back to you in just a moment. Mirage, what you have, I believe we worked it out to the same 3 days-ish to get your work all done. You were going to do some, you were in, I've forgotten about this, I don't think you mentioned it. You weren't you going to go do some brain dance at a club? Or a brain dance facility?
Yes, it was. I sent you the list of skills last time, so yeah.
Yeah, I'll go look. And, oh yeah, you had a bunch of them. But it is, and we worked out the times it would take. Oh, I got it all right here, actually. I wrote it down. Amazing. So 3 lessons times any IP modifier to get to 1 point. Each lesson is an hour, and it will take, and I didn't put it in here. I started to type it, but apparently I didn't send it to you. It will take some recovery time between each lesson also. You can't just do, you know what I mean, just do one after the other after the other. That could have adverse effects. You can actually, no, I will correct myself. If that is what you would like to do, you may. It is recommended that you take at least 2 hours off between lessons. You may do what you want.
No, I'll take time off between lessons.
Okay,
It's
so
not like I'm in a hurry to do it.
right, and that's true. You don't necessarily want to be there while your condo is getting torn apart and put back together. Okay, so you can figure out how much time you need to be there, and of course you want to take breaks for sleeping and eating and that kind of stuff too. Again, it is recommended that you do these things. It is up to you if you actually do them or not.
You need sleep. No, of course I'm doing that kind of stuff.
Okay, after the second day, roll endurance, roll this, roll that. Let's see if you pass out while you're in the machine and it keeps playing stuff, and
Fairness,
how
my
long it
endurance-
takes
The best
before an operator comes to check on you. All right. So do you have an idea how long all that should take? Or we can figure it out, I guess. And I don't know, days, it looks like.
Yeah, so basically it'll take me about 3 days, funnily enough, because none of the skills have got multipliers,
Okay.
so I can basically get it all done in 3 days.
3 days, including breaks and sleeping and stuff. Okay. For the...
Otherwise, I could pretty much get it done in 1 day, just over, I think it'd be like 27 hours or something. But no, we're not doing that.
You're not going to do that. Okay. So the first 2 nights, or the 2 nights of it, the first of your working on your working on your condo. The first night, the place is completely torn apart. It's dusty, it's dirty. I mean, you could find something to sleep on in there if you wanted to, but it's probably not going to be comfortable. So, do you want to go ahead and stay there, or would you like to do something else?
Nah, I'm gonna go to a hotel somewhere.
Okay. What level of hotel would you like?
A nice one. Depends on the prices. Like my good friends.
Of course. Okay, really basics. A coffin is going to be €50 a night for a nice coffin. A cheap coffin in the combat zone is 20 a night. A basic hotel is going to start at 100, a cheap hotel, 100 euro a night, and then they go up by multipliers, 100, 200, 400, 800. And the higher it gets, the nicer it is.
Yep.
I was going to say the Hacienda downtown has rooms starting at 300 a night and up, just depending on how far, high a suite or one bedroom or whatever, or just a bed room you want to have. The Hacienda is the hotel, resort, casino in Night City.
I'd go up to like, I don't know, 500 a night kind of thing.
Okay. 500 will get you, if you want to go to Hacienda or you want to go somewhere else.
Go to Hacienda, why not?
It's a nice place. Hotel, casino, resort. At 500 a night, you get a bedroom separate from a living room. You get some basic concierge service is included in that because you're staying in the hotel. Depending on how much, if you gamble, depending on how much you gamble, you could get upgrades, you could get other stuff. If you're not gambling, of course, that stuff won't come into play.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay. So, yeah, it's a really, really nice hotel though, as far as at that rate. You're gonna stay there for the 2 nights or the 3 nights, since it's not too far from the mall, or from the club, I mean.
Yes.
Actually, and let me flip back over. I wanted to look at something on that just because. Let's see. The Hacienda is in the corporate center area, I believe, as I recall. I'd have to look at the Night City guidebook, but that's okay. It's not far, and they do run shuttles back and forth from the mall periodically, so if you want to just do that, it won't be a big deal to get back and forth.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Spend some time. Well, what's the weather like?
What's the weather like? Well, that sounds like a roll. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna do. Whoops.
Difference, but
I need to throw together a weather chart. I don't believe I've ever done that before. As much as I've done other stuff and charts for rolling and stuff, I don't think I've ever actually done a weather chart. I need to. Anyway. Let's see what the dice say. It is crappy. It is raining. There's a high, the acid content of the rain over the next couple of days is really high. It's miserable out, or dark, overcast. I rolled a 1, It is the kind of days and rain that. Sorry, go ahead.
Saved me money, so it's fine.
It is the kind of weather, and this will be for Stringer and Ace too once he gets back. The weather in Night City over the next couple of days is absolutely terrible. If you're wearing decent, nice clothes or a nice armored coat or jacket or whatever, you're going to want to throw an overcoat over it that is protection, just to be protected from the rain and stuff, so it doesn't damage and stain your regular clothes. That's how bad it is. Because that's what happens when you roll a 1 for Night City weather.
No problem. So yeah, I'm just going to do my clinic bits. My brain dance things.
Right.
The time, like probably in between, I am going vehicle shopping, because that's one of the skills, and two of the skills I'm picking up. Driving a motorcycle. So I'm gonna go looking at vehicles, but that's something I can get back to you on because I'll need to have a look later. And otherwise, just like chilling in the resort, really. Great.
At that rate, you do have access to the pool. pool and hot tub area,
I'd go to the pool.
exercise room, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'd go to the pool and the exercise room. Maybe show off a little bit. It's all good.
Okay.
You know, I am born 13 and I am trained in swimming.
What I was about to
So-
say is, yeah, let's do, unless you're trying to attract company per se. If you are trying, you can roll seduction, but at least I'd like you to roll straight attractiveness roll.
Straight attractiveness, alright. That's 22. And why not? Well, oh, that's a 1.
Okay, well, so you get a lot. You do get a lot of eyeballs attention. But it seems like the people that are willing to actually come over and try to talk to you are not the most attractive, either in personality or in their stat.
Yeah.
You seem the people that you would be interested in, that you are interested in, just don't seem to be interested in coming over to talk to you on their own and stuff. And the ones that do come over and talk to you just are not, you know, not your level. Put it that way.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just, you know.
Yeah,
spend any
no.
time with people.
Completely reasonable. You want to do you have a, let me see, streetwise?
Yes, sure, why not?
Okay, let's do a streetwise.
I have a point in it.
You have a point in it.
I am no longer 0 in that.
Okay, well, there are lots of different kinds of people here at this hotel and casino and at the pool periodically. 11's not good enough to say who.
Yeah, sure.
You know, so
Yeah, I'm just relaxed.
you're just relaxing anyway. Yep. In this pool, by the way, there is a section of the building that has a, oh, what would it be? 100 foot sticks out from the side of the building, right at halfway up the building. And this is I'd have to look up on new floors. It's a pretty tall hotel, but at about halfway up, there is a piece that steps out of the building that is 2 stories tall, that is a pool and sun deck and everything on one side, and at 2/3 of the way up, there is another one sticking out a different side of the building. The other one.
I was gonna say, you see, that would be really nice if the weather wasn't so shit.
Well, the one that you have access to, which is the one about halfway up the building, it's still in the clouds and crappy weather and rain and different. Sometimes they have to close. They've got protective armored shutters that come down over the glass, and periodically, sometimes they have to close that for a while because the rain is so bad, it's so acidic. The one that's higher up, you hear rumors that the one that's higher up actually is above the cloud layer, and it's actually getting sun.
Okay.
But you don't have access to that based on your current room and stuff.
There's a mild temptation to break in, but I.
Well, you might be able to pick somebody's room key, and because it's it's one of those elevators where you can you get up to a point in the building without having a key card or access or anything, but for the doors to open above that, you got to use your card, which you do have that. Without the you can't push your floor number without using your room key. Or you could just try to get in an elevator when somebody is going up to a higher floor and like you're supposed to be there.
Yep.
But, you know, anyway. Hmm?
Now.
Okay. Alright, so you're doing that. So, Stringer, you have, so you have your appointment, you have the stuff and the numbers for that for tomorrow. Did you want to do something else for this afternoon before we go on here a little bit?
Probably did, but can't remember now.
Sorry, what was that?
Said I probably did, but can't remember now.
Sorry, I'm starting to see lightning and hitting thunder outside, so hopefully it doesn't affect my connection or anything.
I've just got almost to the end of your source book without finding the stuff.
On the stuff on which part?
I've just hit the back cover without finding the Cyberpunk for Europe.
The bio?
Yeah.
Well, we've already determined, we'll just do it this way then, we've already determined the price, and we're just going to say, since you didn't find it right there, I'm just going to figure out, I'm just going to give you a time frame how long it's going to take them. Okay.
Yeah. And there isn't even anything in the contents that suggests it might possibly be in this chapter.
That's crazy. I swear it's in there too, but that's okay. I'm not gonna. Oh, go ahead.
I mean, chapter the New Europe. Let's see. The European Community.
Page 105.
Yeah.
At the bottom. Yeah. And it's not in the cyberware section. It's like there's no way you would find it from the contents.
Page 105.
Yeah, in Eurosource Plus.
Ah, that explains it. Mine only goes up to page 80. I don't have Eurosource Plus.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll just roll it, and all of it rolled high. I hate for it to take that long now. It's gonna take. We're just gonna figure. We're gonna do it this way. It'll take 3 full days. You'll actually be staying with them. Jeez, thunder is crazy out there. It'll take 3 full days. You'll stay at you can stay at the clinic. It'll be intensive therapy. Some of it is in person. Some of it is brain dance, and they'll kind of go back and forth. They'll do some stuff where you're going to be in a brain dance simulation, where they'll simulate you having your whatever enhancement they're working on, like the first +1. I know you're going to do +2, but first they simulate the +1 of the body, and you work with that. You get a feel for it. You do some stuff in there, and then then you come out of the simulation and you talk to a doctor or a shrink about how you felt about that, how it worked, and what bothered you or didn't. And then somewhere in there, they'll actually they'll start doing the DNA work to increase your body, and you'll go back in, you'll experience a simulation of the +2. It's a very tedious process, but that's the way it works, and that's how you get the lower the humanity benefits of it. Also, if you want to, let's see, you only had 9, so no. Okay, so there you go. That's what'll happen. They'll give you that's your time frame, and they'll give you all of that. Sorry, give you all that. What did you say you wanted to go? What on reflex did you want to do? Was it 2 or 3? What is the max on that? I think it's 3.
+1 is the only option.
+1 is the only watch. Okay, I couldn't remember for sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
reflex only goes one.
okay. So you're doing that. Let me look over at my notes if there was something else we needed to mention on all of that stuff. So you're doing body and reflexes. Was there something else you were doing?
No, that's it for
Not-
now.
Okay. Now they will have, once you've done the DNA map and you're doing this other work there, if you want to come back to them and have more work done on something else, you won't have to pay for the DNA map again.
Yep.
Unless you have any work done anywhere else in between. If anything changes in your regular cyberware or any of that stuff in between, then you'll have to start over.
Oh, I've also
Um,
just there are a couple of need doing. I've still got that 7,000 that I'm owed by Channel 23 that was on hold, and I've got the residuals from 2 of my real crime pieces that are due at the end of the month. I don't know whether we're at the end of the month yet, though.
Okay. Well,
Because it's a damn long time in real time.
yeah,
I did
yeah, it's
things.
months. Because some of these game sessions we're not getting through half a day in the game.
Yeah. Yeah,
but
crime bits for residuals. I got the note made. And that's from before we did the run on Roberts.
on the
thing,
sorry.
you know when we did the run on the Roberts office?
Yep.
It's from before we did that. It's after the thing with the AVs on the rooftop, and it's before the Roberts job. Because the entry I've got on gear before is the Arisaka sniper rifles, and the next entry is the payment I got from Infocomp.
Okay, well the payment from Network 23 does come through. You'll have that.
Yep.
And we are not to the end. We're going to say we're not at the end of the month yet to get the other buddy yet.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so that's your stuff. Oh, the other thing, which I'm gonna get back around, but the other thing I think you wanted to do was trying to get into Mirage's apartment condo.
Oh yeah.
But
I'll use a drill on his lock.
okay, I'm gonna do some rolls for that here in just a moment. I'm trying to look at his character sheet and see what he had on there as far as all that goes, while I was while I'm running the game otherwise. Anyway,
yeah.
So give me a moment on that. Let me see, Mirage, you're going through all that stuff. It's going to be 3 days. So give me just another, actually, Impulsive, give me another minute or two. We're going to finish the attempted break-in that Stringer is going to do, and then we'll jump ahead a few days. So everybody will be done with all their fun stuff. I am looking at Marcellus's sheet here real quick. Food. That's right, I forgot about that. He's got some stuff hidden in a place, that's all. I completely forgot about that.
So I've probably no idea what that is. So.
That's okay. Yeah, you wouldn't. It's not likely you'd even know where to go look for it. Not likely at all.
I do remember when we did that, saying that Marcellus was the only person who wanted any of the stuff there, so I got all the expensive furniture, the entertainment system, basically everything, and the guns, because nobody wanted them.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised nobody was interested in splitting that stuff up more.
Yeah. So it was just, fuck it, I'll take the lot. Like I said, selfish.
That's right. Might as well. Okay, well, he
I was,
doesn't
I was
have...
really surprised with the miniguns, never mind the other stuff.
Okay, so you are gonna, let's see, do you have electronic security and or pick lock?
I don't think so.
Okay, and you're
I
just
have
gonna try...
basic tech, but-
You what? Sorry?
I have basic tech, but yeah, if I have to, I'll just drill around the lock.
You can use basic tech. It is going to be a higher difficulty to get through it, through the door and stuff, on using basic tech, because there is the electronic lock and and stuff. So,
Yep.
but you can try basic tech. It's just going to be a higher difficulty to get through it.
20.
Well, let's see. And you're okay. Actually, 20 will get you in. You're into his place. He
Yep.
has those panels have been set up along the hallway wall. Excuse me, along the hallway wall. And as you open the door, there is one panel that you'll find has been attached, is floating, so to speak, but is attached to the inside of the door. So as you open the door seems really heavy, and doesn't seem to want to move quite as easily as it should. But once you get inside, you realize that panel's been attached to the inside of the door. So,
Yep.
you know, that's why. So, and what is your body?
6, I think.
6. Okay. If to move these panels yourself, you will have a little bit of difficulty, but you can do it. I'm going to say you can do it one at a time.
Yep.
And at this point, your condo and other stuff's still being worked on. So, if you want, you can go ahead and haul them over there. And as they are working on stuff, then you know. But you can do that.
If they're that heavy, what I'll do is when I hear the construction noise stop, or actually see them stop working, around lunchtime on my place, I'll grab a couple of the 2 bigger looking guys and offer them 100 eddies each cash to carry those panels down here for me.
You will not have any problem at all finding a couple of people there willing to sacrifice their lunchtime to come help you for that money. Yep. No problem. Okay, you got the panels.
Yeah. I just want things to pay well and people don't bitch.
Say again?
Pay well and people don't bitch.
Pretty much.
So, it's one of the places that I use for my takeaway. Well, actually, 2 of them. There's the Chinese and the place that does the kebabs and burgers. It's I've commented to both of them. That's quick. And both of the delivery guys have said, if it's a slow night, we come out with just 1 order. If we're busy, we wait till we've got several. But you're one of the people we always go to first. Tip.
Yep. Tipping makes a difference. Absolutely.
Yep.
Tipping and being pleasant and not complaining because something's 30 seconds later than you expected it. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Unless there's a real reason to complain.
Yeah, it's this is one of the places the discount they take longer than 30 minutes. Type of thing.
Right.
In which case, then you do, phone up and go, that's 32 minutes. To get me off that.
Okay, so I need to roll. You're in, so you're getting that done, you're getting the stuff in. What else? Oh, I know what else I needed to do here. As you're doing that now, you have pretty much destroyed the locking mechanism of the door to get in here. Okay.
Yep.
And now that you're in here, you got these guys hauling the panels out. Would you do an awareness notice check, please? 23 or 20 would do it. There are pre-pack and some other food containers, wrappers, and stuff in the trash, and they do not look old. They're not moldy or stinking or any of that stuff. And there's a few things. There's some a couple of fresh things in the fridge.
Yep. Okay.
So it does appear that somebody is actively using this condo.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else you want to do while you're got access to this place?
No, I can't think of anything else that might be worth lifting. So.
Okay. So you're gonna head back out of here. You just pull the door to closed as much as you can. Again, the lock is now broken. It no longer functions.
Yep.
The door doesn't really even latch properly anymore at this point.
If anyone asks, there was this 6'8" Russian guy kicking doors down a couple of weeks ago.
There you
And, if it's necessary, I'll get Mirage to back me up.
Well, there really was such an event.
Yep.
All right. So you got those panels. That will take you getting into the place, waiting for the chance to get a hold of some people to help you move the stuff, getting the stuff moved. Will take a few hours, two to 3 hours altogether.
Yep. I may even have some of it on video.
Well, if you go look, you'll find you have yourself on video breaking into this guy's apartment.
In that case, I'll delete it.
Okay.
I'll delete the footage of me, but any footage of Vasily kicking doors in, I'll keep that.
Right. Okay.
No point in having cameras covering half the building if you can't use them to blackmail people. Point the blame at someone else.
And keep yourself from getting in trouble. Okay. Is there anything? So you that's what you got that done. Is there something else you want to do before you go spend your time at the clinic?
No, I'm basically going to stash the panel somewhere in the apartment.
And I assume you're going to let your foreman, your tech, know that you're going to be gone for a couple, 2-3 days or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's not, concerned that you're not back and haven't been around. Okay, so you said you're going to leave, so you'll leave your equipment, set up the broadcast, you leave your stuff, and you go away for a few days. Impulse, we already know what you're doing for a few days. So, I'm going to do a couple of rolls. If I can get back to the right window. So we're going to see how we're going to do one roll for how all the work that Stringer's having done went, how all the work for that Impulse or Mirage is having done went, and there isn't, even if it's a one or a 2 just means there was a delay in getting the work done, not that something blew up or whatever necessarily. If there's a 1 or a 2, then we'll do another roll and go from there. So Stringer's first, okay, and Mirages. Oh, okay. No, but neither of them had a 10 per se. Nothing really high. So when we get after, we're going to skip ahead a few days. But when you come back, Stringer, all the work you requested is done. It's done reasonably well. Nothing is extraordinarily better than you expected it to be, but it's all completely functional. It is what you requested, that kind of stuff. Okay.
Yep.
Mirage is kind of a similar situation. There's some things that just aren't quite perfect. There's a couple of spots in the paint that could be touched up a little bit more. There's a little bit of trim that maybe could have been put to, cut installed just a little bit better, things like that. But it's not bad at all. I mean, it is basically what you asked for.
Yeah,
It
I want to
just
make inquiries about having reinforcement work done on my place as well.
we didn't do that? I thought we did that before.
No, I was having the electrics and stuff done.
Okay. Oh, that's
Solar
okay. You
panels,
can.
wind turbine.
Okay. Okay.
But
What do you want? Go ahead.
Tell me, you know, Mirage could just say what it cost and what the stats are on the work that was done.
Yep. And you can.
How much it costs.
I was gonna say, do you remember? Because we just threw that together pretty quick. What do you want to have done? What kind of level, or what are you looking for? Basically, it depends on what SDP you want your walls to be. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, if I can improve the walls, I think one of the options is 35.
Yep. That was, let's see, it was 20, 20, 25, 30, 35. So that's 4 times. Okay. Was there anything else on the...
Yeah, I will have EMP shielding because of all the electronic shit I've got.
Yeah.
And probably a better door.
Okay. So...
You know those ballistic panels
Yep.
that I've got? What I want for those is to have some brackets fitted onto them that are like L-shaped. Like 4 or 6 or what, depends on how big the panel is.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to buy a Hilti gun so that if someone does try to invade the property, then I can put one of these down and bang, 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 and give myself armored walls to hide behind. I mean, they were somehow fitted to the floor when we got them. I can't remember how. Maybe something like just the Hilti gun, but
They basically just have folding legs that come out.
yeah.
But if you want to have modified, well, they'll actually, like, you hit the trigger or whatever, and they shoot anchors into the floor, that kind of stuff. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah. So like using something like the Hilti gun, like do you remember in the first Die Hard when they set up the rocket launcher?
Yeah.
And
They put it down, hit the button, and...
chunk, 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 chunk.
Right. I know what you mean.
Because okay, on those legs they might stop a bullet, but if a grenade goes off, it may stop fragments from the grenade, but it's gonna knock the fucking thing off.
It's probably gonna, yeah, it's still gonna knock the thing over, and like you say. So as far as the SDP goes, to armor the walls, if I remember right, what we did on Mirage's place was 5K to armor them, and then multiples depending what level of armor. So 35 is going to be 4 times, so 20K. And that will add an extra day to the work, but you're going to be tied up anyway. What? Okay, one moment, guys. Oh, jeez. Okay. Just got a weather update. If I suddenly disappear and am out of contact, I'll use my phone to put a message on Discord. But apparently there are 2 storms going near us. We are kind of in the path, in the line that's between the 2 storms. So we might just get a bit of a show and no big deal, or I might lose power for the rest of the day. Who knows? We'll see. And as I have not installed my... Sorry?
I think I'll get an improved reinforced door.
The
thing I just got was reinforced steel door. We never said what the SP was.
Okay. To do the 35 I mentioned at 20 grand, it would be 20K.
Yep.
Would include a door that is of the same rating.
Yeah. In that case,
Okay.
I get them to put the reinforced steel door that I've got on the door, which is better than your basic door, on my bedroom door, so it gives me a second hide behind.
And if you want to do, we'll say another 22. We'll say another 2K per level, starting at 20. And you can also reinforce or armor, so to speak, the other walls of your bedroom.
Yep.
Okay, so if you want to do that, just make notes of all of it and spend the money. It'll take the extra time, but you're going to be in the clinic. What's that?
And glass.
And glass.
Windows.
Doing armored glass of all, replacing all the glass. Now, I'm going to give you a number. That will be one more 5K to replace all the windows with heavily armored glass, but your view through them won't be perfect. You know, there'll be some, what do you call it? The clarity of the glass won't be perfect, but it will be heavily right. There'll be a bit of distortion, but it will be heavily armored. If you want to do, we're gonna roll it. Let's see. Okay, well that's not gonna work. All right, so if you want 35 STP, which is what your walls are, all your windows in your place, perfect clarity, it'll be 25K just for that.
Yep. Okay.
So if you do the cheaper ones, they will have the armor value, but there'll be some distortion. When you're looking through them, depending on the angle, you know, sometimes colors won't look right, or distances, or whatever. There's just imperfections to it.
Yep.
Okay. So you're there. And in just a second, we're going to skip ahead a few days. But since Ace is back,
Jamie.
you got your correct item now.
Yeah. Shock.
I actually had, not just a few weeks ago, I got some salad, a box of salad from them. And I didn't, it's my own fault for not checking stuff. It was all wilted and nasty and about a week out of date.
Ew.
And I live 30 minutes away. So was it really worth driving back there and wasting another hour of travel time and everything over like $4 or $5 or whatever it was for salad? No. So anyway, it was really annoying, but yeah. It's the trade-off for not having to go in the store and walk around and deal with people. So, Ace, you are in the federal building. You are doing paperwork. You are trying to get approval for surveillance equipment and stuff. Right?
Yeah, I need to do some surveillance on Robert Roberts, and I also want to set up some side surveillance on Arasaka and Militech.
Okay. So, let's see. We're going to do, as far as getting the surveillance approved. Now, of course, you can do what you want, but to get the official approval and stuff, Robert Roberts, no. You are flatly turned down. You do not have enough. There's not enough evidence, not enough reason for that. There is no way they're going to authorize surveillance. That's the response you get. Like 5 minutes. You send a request, you do all your paperwork, you send it in, and like 5 minutes later you get a message back, just denied. No, nothing, no, fix this or get us that or do this other form over here. No, it's just, it's, nope, not happening. Arasaka. And Militech was also, you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the Arasaka one, that one is, you are approved. They will authorize a surveillance vehicle and a 2-man crew to man it, to operate the vehicle and such. It is authorized for 1 day. It's currently authorized for 1 day, and then you have to file paperwork to get it extended. The one for Militech is not authorized. They say that you get a response. Actually, on this one, you get a response. There is a what would it be? I would say a NOTAM, but that's not what I keep thinking NOTAM, but that doesn't apply to getting surveillance. That's for aircraft. No fly zone type stuff is where that comes from. But anyway, you basically get a message back that there are security. Oh God, what the hell is it?
Issues, concerns.
Yeah, federal security something or others that that prevent any surveillance from being approved right now.
Oh, that's bull crap. But whatever.
So so basically, it's denied without prejudice. In other words, you can apply again.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna apply again. Arasaka was really the one I was aiming for because they're going to be doing bad things eventually. But and because I also I need to tap in to see if they're using the Yakuza.
One other note on the Militech stuff: when you get your response back, it includes a copy of all your paperwork and stuff that you originally submitted. Some of it has actually been redacted.
Oh, goody.
Yeah. Some of the stuff that you sent in has been redacted and marked classified.
Oh, fun. Okay. So I'm gonna wrap up my stuff at the federal building, and I'm gonna go to a nearby electronics store, if there is one.
It takes you over 5 hours of doing paperwork and everything to get this far. So that's a good chunk of the day.
Yeah. And I'm
electronics
gonna buy.
store.
Yeah,
yep.
Electronics store.
Okay.
I'm gonna buy what I.
Oh, you're gonna buy for your own surveillance?
Yeah, for my own surveillance on Robert Roberts.
Okay. Did you? You didn't send me a list or anything, did you? Okay, that's okay. Okay, that's all right. So.
Phone taps.
Let me back to my note file. One moment. Okay, phone taps.
Yeah, they're in Chromebook too. Same
okay.
with the laser mic. The trackers and tracers, ones that you can attach to a car.
Okay.
Or bugs, if they have any. Video cameras with wireless transmission capability, so they can be remotely viewed.
Monitored.
Actually, take the chip out or anything like that. And that's it.
Okay. Your basic electronics store doesn't carry this kind of stuff. However, do you have? Let me see. I'm gonna give you a chance. Do you have library search?
No, I don't, but I have Streetwise.
Okay. Sure, we'll use Streetwise. Go ahead and roll Streetwise. Okay. Okay. And the 10 means it is available. There is a shop at the mall, at the main mall that you guys have done other stuff at. Well, where the clinic was that Vasily had his outburst. There is a security store, a place called the Poor Man's James Bond.
Oh, goody. Well, I'll get to go visit the Poor Man James Bond.
And they will carry all this stuff. It will be... Let's see. Just to...
Sent you PM, by the way.
What's that? Oh, yep. Okay. I'll take a look here in a moment. Okay. It will be 5 times book prices though.
Ow.
But they have
hurts.
it all. But they do have it all.
Okay. Well, I'll do
And
some
now
tradition-
they're, you know, you could try to find a fixer and try to get the stuff cheaper that way.
Yeah, but time's going by the day, and I don't want to keep everybody dragging. So we'll just deal with what we got. And then while we're doing the time skip, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the phone taps on Robert Roberts.
Well, how are you going to do that?
So I'm going to use the junction box that's outside his office. I will go there in the middle of the night while these guys are in the clinic, and I will plug in the line tap.
Do you have electronic security?
I have basic tech. Let me see if I
Okay.
have electronic security.
Do you have stealth? Yeah, and you can check
I
for
have
electronic
stealth.
security.
Yeah, I don't have electronic security, but I do have stealth,
Okay.
and I do have basic.
If
And
you
these
want
are-
to,
I was going
Sorry.
to say these. I read the description for them
Mhm.
from book 2. These are pretty
okay.
much plug and play, so it's not that complicated from what I understand.
The Robert Roberts main office in Night City is actually on a, I don't remember what it was, 5th floor or something like that, I think, of the same building that
Yeah.
mall is in.
Yeah.
So what you would have to find out is where their phone lines go through. Considering it's a mall, there's lots. It's not just like they have their own building and there's a box out there marked, phone company or something. You'd have to figure out where their phone lines come through to get to their offices. You'd have to get access to that whatever that is. Once you're to the equipment, yeah, it wouldn't necessarily be hard to hook up.
Okay.
Assuming they don't have any additional security and that they're using traditional phone lines.
Well, we'll find that out.
So, okay. So, you're gonna wait till night. So this stuff is all stuff you can do that day. You spent most of the day doing your paperwork and stuff. You do some looking around, some checking on data term or whatever at the office if you wanted to. You find the store at the mall. You can go to the mall. You can pick all this stuff up. And then this evening you're going to go try to install it, right?
Yeah.
And you're just okay. So first things first. Well, I guess there's a couple of questions. You're just going to do this by yourself?
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to because this is law enforcement. I don't want to involve anybody of the party.
Okay. And so, how will you determine what would you do to try and find out where the equipment is, equipment room, telecommunications stuff?
I will access the building schematics. And I will attempt to try and figure out where the phone lines go in through building schematics.
How will you get the building schematics?
I will get them through City Hall. Office of
Just-
Records.
Okay. Let me see. So you just go to City Hall, you go to the records department, you try to look up this stuff up. You don't have
Yeah.
libraries. Sorry?
And I will, if I need help,
Just thinking it
I'll ask
through.
for it. For some help in reading them.
Flash the ID and stuff.
Flash the badge.
So the person that you get over there that you ask for help is having trouble finding the plans and such for this building. They try to find it on a computer and can't. It doesn't seem to be there. there's a spot where there's a, the original building permit and building permits on any modifications they've done. That stuff's all there. But the fields where the plans are supposed to be listed, they're not there. The person is surprised, but they're not there.
I'm not surprised. That stinks. Well, we're going to have to go in blind and go to the equipment room. I know what office Robert Roberts has, so maybe it's labeled, maybe it's not. With my luck, I'll tap on a Chinese restaurant.
So I'm gonna just to say this: getting to find this thing is, well, you got a couple ways you can go. You can just go into like the mall offices or something like that and ask for the access to that, and then they may or may not. Even if you have a badge, they may or may not give it to you without a warrant, a search warrant, or something like that. Proper documentations. A corporation, a minor corporation internationally, but a major corporation in Night City, Robert Roberts, is probably not going to just let you into their communications area, room, or whatever. You know what I mean? What's that?
Yeah, it's going to have to come from outside in the office, from the main junction.
So, if you are going to... I think you're going to find it difficult to just go in there by yourself and do all this, I would think. We can just do some rolls and see if you can make it happen. But, consider if you went to, I don't know, to a major mall and tried to get into their communications area and stuff and start installing stuff, you know what I mean? Or to even putting aside the mall. This basically, it's a mall. The first 2 or 3 stories is mall, and then there's a few stories of offices, and then there's living space above that, residential above that, in this building.
All right.
So it's a secured building. So it's up to you if you want to just try it. We can just try it, but it's a pretty major. It's not like some just walking up to a building on the street and finding the phone box that's nearby. It's more involved. That's what I was trying to get at. Now, I will suggest, I might suggest that you do have somebody that's really good with cameras and microphones and stuff like that, that might be able to help with some of that stuff.
I've got some knowledge with microphones and cameras. I'm
okay.
A stringer, but
yeah.
I will set up video surveillance outside the across the way from Robert Roberts' office. I'll find a plant like that to plant the camera. Something inconspicuous like that.
A what? Like a what? I'm sorry.
Like a planter or.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I completely lost connection.
You there?
I am.
Because there's all the background noise and the background noise just suddenly stopped.
Yeah, I'm thinking we have lost power.
Or at least his internet connection is being upgraded.
He's typing. Mirage, do you got any ideas on how to tackle the Arasaka job? I've been working it over in my head, and I think it's going to actually be tougher than the Militech job by a pretty big margin.
That's my feeling as well. Because the Militech one, the reason why we did it on such short notice was because if we did it on such short notice, it would be a lot easier than the Arasaka one, and it felt like, you know, at least you guys barely walked away from it. So
yeah, that's true. We did barely walk away from it, and I mean, Arasaka is a completely different monster than just a showroom and office set. I mean, they're going to be operating another tower, and
Okay.
the only thing I can think of is to actually dress up like Arasaka and infiltrate.
yeah, but not everyone can do that very well.
Well, I mean, they don't. Not everybody's Japanese in that corporation.
No, I mean, you know, not everyone can.
You know, I know what you mean. That's about as close as I can get to a way to get into Arasaka, because otherwise it might be a nut that we can't crack. Able to get you in, or I might be able to get Stringer in, but I know I'm not gonna be able to get Vasily.
Okay, I'm back.
Yep.
Jeez, I had to restart stuff and all that. I don't know whatever happened. It killed Discord and it killed Voice Meter both. So anyway, okay.
So I was saying that I'm going to use like a planter or something
Right.
like that to hide the camera.
Okay. So we'll do a stealth roll. And keep in mind, this is corporate center, so there's I mean, even late at night, there's patrols, there's surveillance, cameras all over and stuff. Okay, so, and you're just going to place this thing. It includes power supply or something.
Yeah,
I take it.
Power supply.
How long does it last?
Supply. It lasts.
Does it say?
It can last. I mean, I'll rig it with a solar panel, so it can recharge during the day.
You're gonna hide. Okay. Did you? I don't mean to be too particular, but did you get a solar panel and stuff? And did you? And how are you gonna conceal the solar panel?
Ooh, that's a good question. You know what? You know what we're gonna do? Forget the solar panel. It'll just be a 24-hour battery, and
Sorry to make it. Sorry to completely screw up the stuff you're trying to do, but you know.
Yeah. No, that's fine. You're pointing out something pretty good. So yeah, it's. Master, are you there?
Yep, I'm here. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was just waiting for you to. I was just letting you talk, or waiting for what you. You know.
So, however long the battery lasts is how long the battery lasts. I imagine
it's whatever it came with.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And the goal really is to just see who's coming in and out of the office.
Okay. Does it give any information as far as it says it's just wireless transmits the video wirelessly?
Yeah.
What do you have to see the video, to receive it?
I've got my ebook.
Okay. Does it say what the range is?
No, it doesn't. I mean,
Okay. No, it's okay. Just, if it doesn't say, then I'm gonna give you that information here a second based on rolls, probably.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
It's not going to be a basic when you bought at a store like this. It's not going to be huge long range. It's not going to be, miles and miles and miles or anything like that. Because, it's just a mall shop that sells security gadgets.
Yeah,
Let me hit this button, hit this button. Sorry. Okay. So, first things first, we're going to see how long the battery lasts. Okay. We're going to do how many days does it last. That's what it comes with. Well, damn, you got a good one. It's gonna, that battery will last 6 days, is what they advertise. That's what it's advertised. Okay. Next is transmission range. How many kilometers, we're going to say, does the signal go to? 2 kilometers. Now, if it doesn't specifically say it otherwise, this is not encrypted, this is not scrambled, or any of that stuff. Okay?
It's not.
Okay, so that's what you got there. There are going to be... I'm going to do the die 6 for this. 6 times per day, there is a patrol that goes by here that may or may not discover it.
Okay.
Because, you know, you're just hiding this in a... there are some... This is corporate center, so there are periodically trees and foliage that are in big pots, like 3-4 foot across pots.
That's
You
what I'm
know,
looking
on
for.
this, that kind of stuff. So you got a good place. I mean, as far as that goes, good place to hide it. But there are maintenance, and I say there's 6 times a day. There's security patrols. There's the maintenance for the streets, for the trees. Consider the weather in Night City. Foliage needs a lot of care. You know, so there's that.
So it is what it is.
Basically,
This is the best.
I'm gonna do. Let me see. Let's just do. We're gonna do 3 rolls. We're gonna, and we'll see how many days it actually gets. If it lasts your 6 days, we're gonna do a roll for every other day. I'm gonna say there is a, we'll just 50-50 chance it gets discovered on every 2 days. Okay. That's 1, 2, 3. 50% chance. I didn't ask you for high or low first. I should have. So we're going to say that high is good for you.
Okay.
Which means
So it gets
on the
discovered.
3rd day, on the, excuse me, the 5th or 6th day, it gets discovered.
Okay.
So
that's gone.
it will be, but it's good for. Just trying to make this as random. On the 5th day, sometime on the 5th day, it stops transmitting.
Okay.
Unless you want to happen to be watching it, you really don't know what happened. You just know it stopped transmitting.
I will assume that it's been found.
Now, it's the 2 kilometers. Is this is which one? This is the one you're putting. Well, this is the one you said. This is the one you're putting on Robert Roberts. Yeah. So I was about to say is you might be able to have the surveillance van pick up and record your signal, but Roberts is the one you were flatly denied to be able to do surveillance on. So you probably don't want to do that.
No, I don't. I will review data that I collected, looking to see if any triad members that are known.
Oh.
And I will run, and I'll take it to the federal building if I need to run facial recognition, and compare it to the criminal database.
So you're gonna, am I correct? Then you're gonna hang out within the 2 kilometers for the 5 days to make sure you can receive all the video.
Yeah, clinic doing their stuff and all that fun crap.
I'm sorry. Oh, where
They're
at?
doing their cyber therapy and all that stuff.
That's at the mall.
Yeah.
And so is the mall within? Is the mall within 2 kilometers? I'm just gonna say it is. Screw it. Mall's within 2 kilometers. Yes, you can do that. You can hang out at the mall. You will periodically be a security guard of some kind will come up to you and ask why you've been hanging out in this particular spot in the mall for so long and don't seem to be doing any shopping. But you can flash your badge and they'll leave you alone.
Exactly what I'm gonna do.
Okay. So you can do that. You're going to have that. So you're pretty much going to spend literally all of your time there?
Not all of the time, but
Okay.
most of the time.
Most of the time.
I have to sleep, so...
Yeah, sleep, you got to eat. You probably
I'll-
should
I'll
shower
sit
in there somewhere.
Yeah. So I'll like have the... If I can do it, I'll have the camera record it, and then I'll download the stuff from the camera
Okay.
to the ebook.
Well, you got 5 days of that. So we're going to give me a moment. We're going to give everybody else a chance to see what they're doing in there, and we'll go from there. Okay.
Okay.
Now, actually, Ace, I got a question. Were you around when the job was done or offered or accepted to break into Eris? What's that?
I'll brought in later, so I don't know the details. We were just
Okay.
talking about the Eris.
I couldn't remember.
The Eris part of the job. And
Okay.
Mirage and I both believe that's going to be a much tougher nut to crack than the Militech job.
Okay. So, Stringer, your days have passed. You have your modifications. You are looking good,
Yep.
or not looking good. You didn't do attractants, did you? You just did body and
No.
reflexes. So
I'm
you're not looking.
natural height on attractiveness.
You're not looking any better than you were before, but you are looking bigger, and none of your clothes seem to fit, and none of your armor fits, and all that.
Oh, I thought you could get that without being bulked up.
We didn't talk about it. So how do you want it to look? How do you want it?
I want to look the same. I want the muscles to be improved, not
Okay.
bigger. Yeah, I could go to a gym.
I apologize. I didn't.
No.
If you said it before, I completely missed it. So,
Yeah.
if you're put it this way, if you're improving the stat, your body,
Yep.
your physical attributes are changing. You're
Yep.
changing it by 2. Your clothes sizes are going to change. You can, yes, you can have it not look like you're trying to be a competitive bodybuilder. Yes.
In that case, I'm not going to.
You know what I mean? Okay. You know what I mean? You
So
can
remember,
you
the
don't
Mirage
you don't have
Vasily
to look.
Didn't want
You-
to look bigger.
Okay. Yeah, you're going to be. You're not going to look like it. You can not look like a bodybuilder or something, but
Yeah.
it is going to
Thing is,
change You are going to look different. You are going to look
I'm
different.
not having bigger muscles. I can get that by going to a gym. I'm having improved DNA modification to make
Mhm.
them more. I mean,
Okay.
if we could somehow put chimpanzee muscles into a human body, then
And if there's something in the books that I'm wrong or that there's something else about it, we can look at that. But I don't see how you could improve the stat by 2 points without changing how you look.
you improve muscle density without improving muscle size.
I see what he's going at.
I understand what you're going for.
I don't need DNA to have bigger muscles.
Well,
Okay,
if you
so-
if you want to go to a gym and if you're trying to improve your stat, that takes a long time going to a gym.
Yeah.
This happens in a few days.
Yeah. Well, I don't
know.
want bigger muscle. I want
Okay.
genetically enhanced muscles. That's why I'm going for tailored DNA.
I understand what you're going for. I don't.
I can get the fencing done with body for less than $1,000.
Oh yeah,
And it-
for cyberware.
bigger.
Yeah.
But I don't want that. I'm paying for the improved DNA to make the muscles better, not bigger. So I won't bother having that done.
Well, we've already gone through all that stuff on it. I'm not going to take it away from you if that's the way you're after for it. We're just going to play it that way.
Yeah.
You
like I
know,
say,
but
It-
I
it's
understand your
improving the
point.
DNA. It's
I
genetic enhancement.
right. I understand what you're saying,
If they're bigger, they're not
But
enhanced.
but human muscles
They're,
can only.
they're standard human, but bigger, which isn't what I want. I want genetically enhanced, not
But-
standard.
But you're still human genetics. it's fine.
I had improved human genetics. Because you're having DNA modification.
How about this? We'll use the example of the of Star Trek genetics, or what's it called? Not just genetics. There was another word for it that they used in the Star Trek, the Superman.
Eugenics. They call it.
Eugenics.
Yeah.
Thank you. Eugenics. And if what's his name? If Ricardo Montalban can have the strength of like 4 people without looking huge, then I guess you can too.
Yeah.
How about that? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I say. This is genetic enhancement that you're getting.
I wouldn't. I have not thought of it that way, but I understand your argument, and it's okay. I'd rather you have the character the way you want them to be, and you're spending the money and stuff, so you can have the. I'm not going to be.
Because the thing is, okay. If I just want bigger muscles, I can get that done.
Well, you can do cyberware. The benefit of doing the DNA mapping is you don't have the humanity cost, but you don't have you do have the time. You don't have the taking as long a time. You don't have the humanity cost, but you do get the benefit of the increase in stat. That's why. That's the benefit of DNA of doing it this way as opposed to doing, like muscle and bone lace or something.
Yeah.
That's the benefit, is you don't have that humanity cost.
Yeah.
So.
And how has the therapy worked on the stuff that I'd already had done?
I'm gonna pull up your sheet. I'll give you a number. I'll give you something here. Give me a moment, okay?
Yeah.
Where is it? Yep, that page. You only had one. Oh, you only. Okay, so roll a die 6, and you can split it up. Split it up. Well, it depends on what you roll. Roll a die 6.
D6.
2 points. So, whoops. Where did your... Oh, there it is. Sorry, window disappeared on me. You can just subtract that from your skin weave, just to make it easy.
Yep.
Okay. Does that work for you?
Yep.
Okay. So, you got it. You are stronger without looking it. You look the same. Everything still fits. Because I'm just not going to argue that with that stuff.
Well, that's what I thought I was getting, not bigger muscles.
I understand that, and that's part of why I understand that that's what you understood, and I should have been more clear about that part of it.
Yep.
Um.
Because I also remember Mirage saying that she didn't want to be bulked up.
Right, but she did get bigger and did have to buy all new clothes. Just not. She didn't get like, again, not competitive muscle builder bulky, but that's okay. It's okay. We're good. You got that stuff. It's like 4 days. Well, yeah, you got all that stuff done in 3 days, whatever it was. But you have another day of working on your condo still. They're putting the armored walls and armored glass in.
Yep.
It is up to you if you want to continue. If you want to try to stay there for that last night while they're still working on it, or if you want to stay in a hotel or something.
I just checked.
What's up?
It has adjusted my BTM. I just checked.
Oh, okay. And so
no,
you can.
Serious work. I'll stop in a hotel.
Okay. So kind of like I gave Mirage the options before. Cheap coffin is 20. Good, nice coffin is 50. At the
but not ridiculous.
you can get rooms starting okay hotels for starting around 150 a night. The Hacienda Casino Resort Hotel starts at 300 a night.
Yeah, I'll get somewhere in town.
if we're in town even in the there's lots of 150 a night corporate, lower level corporate type, decent but
Yeah,
not
that,
extravagant.
yeah. So that's what
All
we're
right. Okay, so you're doing that. You're doing that stuff. You're gonna have your increases. You got that done.
Yeah.
That's your last night before when you come back. Your condo will be all done and pretty and armored out the backside. And yeah, Ace, I'm just gonna go through this again, make sure where everybody is. You're gonna be at the mall for the 5 days, basically. Although you're gonna go home periodically to eat, shower,
Yeah.
whatever that kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
and what is it again? I'm sorry. Actually, no. I need to come back around. Pardon me, Ace. Mirage, I am sorry. I haven't come to you in a little while. I apologize. It is. Let's see. It is that time. Your condo would be done. You've had the time,
Or,
right? And
yeah,
you have
for the
some
stuff
skill
in
points.
between.
What's that?
Yeah, but there was some other stuff I was also doing.
Oh, what's that?
Taking
What's
2
that?
hours between each lesson.
Sorry about that. What else are you gonna be doing? I
Basically,
apologize. I missed coming around to you.
I've priced it all up as per the book prices.
Mm-hmm.
Just while you're going around with everyone else. And
Yes.
basically, I'm buying a motorcycle. It's one of the
Ah,
ones
right.
from one. I think it's from
Okay.
1 or 3. Remember. With a crash control system, a seat massager, a CV navigation system, and a shocker security system. And that will come to 8,250. And then I'm getting a bow as well.
Well, let me, if I could, on the bike. You got some options here. Would you like the polychromatic paint?
What does that do?
You can change the color of the paint on the bike to more or less whatever you want, with the controls built into the bike, built into your nav system and your other stuff, your control panel.
How much did it cost me?
That will cost you the low price of come on now. One. Wow. Okay, that's too much. It figures always. We're gonna do half that. We'll say that in half. So 3,500.
Jeez, it's like half the price of the bike.
Yeah, but it's the most advanced fashion statement you can make. You can change. It's kind of like the skin that changes color, or or having tech hair or something like that. You can change it from a flat black to a neon pink to whatever.
It can match the bus.
It could match the bus. You could have it be a Pepto-Bismol pink, or
Yeah, go on.
all that stuff. And you know what? They'll even throw in a dozen pre-configured patterns.
Cool.
If you would like
is
that.
one of those hats looking dirty and shitty.
It certainly can be. It could have realistically simulated, because of the color changing thing, rust spots, and yeah.
Then yeah, I'll take that.
Okay. They can do that. They'll do that.
Cool.
And you can pretty much pick the patterns if you want to come up with 12 altogether. One of them you can have one of them can be basically it will look like it's in really bad. It's paint. It's just it's paint deep, so to speak. But it can look like it's got rust spots and not damage, but things like that.
Well, yeah,
and so on.
I mean, that'll help me get back to my bike and not find it surrounded by corpses. So.
Well, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'll
Okay,
do
so you got that. Let's
Um,
see. You already got the security system. You already got the nav system.
Yep.
Would you be interested in the low jack, um, locate your automatically or be able to locate your bike if it is stolen?
yeah,
Subscription,
probably. How much is it going to cost me?
50 a month.
Yeah, I'll take that.
All right. Let's see. What else will they offer you? Oh, there's the corrosion-resistant undercoating.
We are by the ocean.
Um,
I was going to say if I spent that much on bloody paint, I probably should.
you probably okay. That's another 500.
Cool.
Uh,
Acid resistant
yes,
top
yes. Would you like the? Actually, I was thinking of something like that. Would you like the additional 5 SP top coat? And that is exactly what it's for, is to help protect your bike from acid rain.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, that's an additional 1,000.
Mhm.
Anything else we can think of? Oh, and they will. They keep record of your exact order on file, so that if something ever happens and you need another bike, um, they'll just be able to get you another one set up, no problem.
Okay.
And if it gets if it gets in a wreck, if it does get stolen, and it's not recovered in a condition that you'd like it, you just want to replace it, they'll be happy to take care of you.
Okay. Yeah, cool. So
And
that.
it takes them a day to have all that stuff installed and customizations done and everything.
Yeah, it's fine. That's one of the things I would have done on the first day because I know
Okay.
that it can take some
No, that's
time.
right. It would be done. It's okay. It would be done by the time you're done.
Cool.
Pound the
For
inch.
sure. What's that?
Pound the inch.
Yeah. The bow. So it's from
Oh.
Solo. Well, all the fucking
Now-
bows are from Solo.
I'm gonna do a quick roll on this because I've been back and forth in my games on whether or not bows are easily available, legal. Now that doesn't mean you can't get one. You know how that works. But I'm gonna do a 50-50 if bow.
Bows illegal, rifles fine. It's
Well,
an interesting
no.
way of looking at it.
The difference is, here's the difference. You've seen what the damage is, and for a folding, you can get like a folding bow with the one arrow that's like AP and everything else. But you know what? I've just rolled it here, and which bow are you looking for?
The Tiger Cat.
Okay. What's the book price?
500.
Okay. We are gonna do. Yes.
And then there's some options as well I'm getting on it, but those come to another. So how much? 450.
Right. Book price. It says
Brilliant.
book price.
Yeah, pick that up.
There's an archery shop at the mall.
Yeah, I'll pick that stuff up then, and then for the rest of the time while I'm chilling, I'm gonna put
Test.
I'm gonna put the feelers out there for, because I raised it at the end of last session, but I'll say it again now. Looking to basically
Oh,
get a
yes.
day job
Right.
in modelling. The modelling would be higher end because I mean I'm attractiveness 13 and my wardrobe and style and personal grooming skills are ridiculously good.
So you're not
and
going to take like
some,
soap
like,
commercials or anything.
No. And then maybe some like low level acting.
Okay. Did we do it last time? I was thinking about it, but I don't remember if we actually said it out loud. Did you get on with like edge runners and any other modeling agencies or anything yet? I couldn't remember if we did that last time.
No, we didn't do anything for it last time because it was right
Okay.
at the end.
No problem. Okay. So yes, and you can do this during your breaks. Of course, Edge Runners Inc. is more edge stuff, not probably what you're looking for. but they do have a modeling arm, so to speak. There are multiple. Let's see. There are 6 major big modeling agencies in Night City. So basically, you can make the calls on your breaks from doing the other stuff. You can start making calls, getting what each of them are going to do. Are going to want you to come in and do an in-person interview, so they can see you. And once they see you, they're going to want to do some, what do you call them? Test.
Yeah.
Time, time in the studio. They're going to do
Yep.
some images, a couple of generic reads on whatever, on a play or something like that, just to get some feel of what you can do, so that they can then start advertising you as available.
Yep, sure.
They're called
Okay.
headshots.
Headshots, thank you. Yes,
Even
thank
if
you.
it's a picture of your ass, it's called the headshot.
It's called a headshot. So they will do, and let me see. Let's do. I'm thinking of a role to use. No, it's okay. You got a 13 attractiveness. You got the high wardrobe and style and that stuff. Let's do this. Would you roll your wardrobe and style and personal grooming? And we're going to use, this is the roles. This is for what you look like when you go into your interviews.
Okay. I'm going to point of luck each of them.
Okay.
25, 26.
Damn good. Okay, so yes, they if let me see. Just make sure here. So that's going to be okay. So 2 of the 6 in your first initial phone interviews, for some reason, 2 of the 6 don't want to set appointments with you. But and that's the 1. If you hadn't rolled a 1, all 6 of them would have. But so 4 of them you will have done. You've done those interviews. Each one will do headshots. Most people wanting to model and getting into this, they would charge for the headshots. They charge you for everything. They do not charge you. They just get you processed. They do. Let's see. We're going to do, what would it be? 10, 15. Let me see. I'm going to give them a roll. I think I'm just going to roll this. 6, so the high side. They will start out at wanting 20% of whatever, 20% as a fee for getting you the work. Do you want to try to negotiate that or anything? And we're just going to do this rather than trying to do each of these places individually. We're just doing it as a, flat. Okay. Do you want to just take those deals, or do you want to do anything else?
I'll negotiate.
Persuasion.
Yeah, and you bet it. I'm going to put a point of luck. It's
Okay.
very important to Mirage's goals, so.
And
Yeah,
this is
26.
going to be 20 shit. All right. What is your offer? What would you like it to be?
10.
10. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. 10% is what you're going for. They come back at 17. No, 15. You rolled pretty high. You rolled pretty high. Let me just try this. Let me check. Yeah, okay. We'll just do it. 10%. Because I don't want to have to role play out each individual one of these interviews.
Yeah.
Okay. No, don't. I'm sorry, but in this case. Anyway,
No.
and you rolled damn high on that persuasion, so. Each of these places will take 10%.
It's almost like being an infiltrator. You have to be good at these things.
That's right. And let me see. Let me do a couple more rolls here real quick. You just got such high stats now. Well, okay. Okay. That's what okay, so within a couple of days you will get a
I was just going to say really quickly, this is all as my real name. I'm very much separating my Mistress Mirage,
it very
edge runner, infiltrator person to my real name, professional model and actress.
Okay. Holy crap. And that is going to be... You get, within the first few days, you will get an offer of a modeling gig that takes 1 day, offering $5,000. It will be a long day. So, it would add on... You're not going to be able to do your other stuff for a full day in there. You'd have to push that stuff out. Your brain dance stuff.
Okay.
But that is because you have a freaking 13 attractiveness.
Yep.
Okay? So you almost immediately you get to work. What's that?
It's time to get to get to work. Let this stuff start.
That's right. That's right. So that's what you get in that first weekish. You get that one, and we'll see how that affects you and how you go from there. Okay. Anything else you wanted to do in the extra time before we just move ahead a few days?
No, I think that was it. Just the bow, the bike, and the modeling, the slash acting.
Okay, so I'm going to do one more quick around in case there's anything else we're going to do over the next inside the 5 days mark, and then we're going to skip ahead 5 days. Okay.
Cool.
Ace, you are doing your stuff at the mall, recording and watching the video. What did you say you were watching for specifically?
I'm looking for Triad, Tong, people coming in and out, kind of as visual proof that yes, he is working with them.
Okay.
And what I'll do is, after I've collected all the data and I've downloaded it, I will take it to the bed building and run facial recognition on it.
Okay. And let's see, this is on Robert Roberts. So I'm thinking about they've got their something we didn't cover before. You just had the one. They do have. I bet. Were you here? You weren't here for the infiltration on Robert Roberts, were you? That was before you joined the game too. Okay. They do have. They have their offices, which is what we talked about. They have a retail for renting houses and office space and all that place inside the mall. They do have a staff, their own entrance that goes into the mall, as well as you can come in through their shop in the mall. So I would assume then the camera must be on their entrance to the building. I would assume, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Very good. So let's do. We did it as 3 rolls, but it got caught on the 5th day, so 2 rolls. So do a couple of 2 streetwise, and I'm going to do some rolls to see if there's anything to see. And 22, 27, 26. There is... Okay, so I'm going to give the quick results here. Over the course of the 5 days, there is one circumstance where a group of 4 that you are reasonable, 22, you're going to be reasonably sure have to do their triad, do go into that, the Robert Roberts own private entry, not private, but you know, their entry to the building.
Okay, run the facial recognition, try and identify him.
Back at the office. So you don't have library search though, right?
what I'll do is I'll hand it off to the technical experts.
There you go. Delegate. Let's see. So we're gonna see today. They get a hit on one of these guys, which I'll have to come up with a name for you in a second. One moment. They are. This is not giving me. Sorry, I'll come up. I'll get a name for you here in a bit. Or just we'll do Lee Ho Sung. There you go. There's a name. They are able to identify one of the 4 people. The name is Lee Ho Sung. He is a known triad in Night City. He is lieutenant-ish level, is what's known in the federal record with information on him, file on him, whatever. Yeah. He does not currently have any warrants out, although he is suspected in many things. From extortion, loan sharking, etc., etc., etc. stuff.
Is he in the country legally?
Excellent question. No.
All right. Put out an APB and arrest warrant for him and for violation of federal violation
Immigration.
Immigration laws, and also wanted in conjunction with fraud and extortion.
Okay. You have evidence on these things too. Obviously, the immigration violation is obvious, but
the immigration one is the big one. But I'm gonna include the rest in the ATB just so that also armed and dangerous.
okay. You file your paperwork on all that stuff, and it goes out. Now, I will say there are other references or whatever in the file on him that there has been attempts to arrest him for the immigration issue before, but whenever it's been pursued, they weren't able to capture him, to arrest him. One way or another, they weren't able to pick him up. So, okay, you do that. And that's your thing for now. So that's what you do over the 5 days that we're going to skip ahead. Stringer, other than the stuff we've already talked about, are you doing anything else during these 5 days?
Yeah, I remembered what I was actually going to do on the first day now.
Oh.
It's have to be done now.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm going to go up onto the roof, and then I'm going to go into the penthouse by one of the many holes and shattered windows that were made by the that Net Squad people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to see what's in there. With
okay.
the camera. I'm like fucking nosy, and it's a legitimate fucking story.
Okay, so let's see. Basically, we're going to do this really... Okay. Basically, what you'll find, most everything of value has been hauled out of here. Most of it.
Yep.
Is there something in particular that you're looking for?
Well, I'm just looking for, anything that A, I might like, B might be worth money. Maybe there's paintings on the wall. Or, if I look around, find something while they were searching, got, knocked under the sofa.
that kind of stuff.
And there's always the inevitable down the back of the sofa seat. You never
So-
know what's down there.
That's right.
But basically, I'm going to do my film, and I'm walking around doing the, my audio description.
Voiceover.
Destruction
Basically.
caused by
Right.
blah, blah, blah. And then when I finish doing that, that's when I'm going to start looking for anything that might be of value.
Okay.
Something that might be worth taking.
So,
I'm going to
Yep.
check around if there's anything electronic that's been left behind, anything weapon-wise that's been left behind.
awareness. See what you can find.
Yep. Do you want me to roll something, or?
Yeah, awareness notice. I'm sorry. That didn't come across.
What the hell? Splash out a bit on this one.
Holy crap.
Find a Rheinmetall railgun.
Okay. So,
Find the hooded suit to the time requested.
find the what? Sorry.
The hooded Cobra suit.
Oh.
to the time requested.
Okay,
It's
so
been delivered.
that's it. Now, you're going to find this is okay. So you search. You turn over mattresses, turn over couches and chairs, and now a lot of stuff has already been torn up. There are the room that you guys have been in that had all the armaments and had the armor and had that stuff. That stuff's almost it's cleared out. There's some stuff that was damaged by fire. It's pretty much it's worthless. There's some burnt stocks and that kind of stuff. There's one spot that looks like it got a white phosphorus, or not a white phosphorus, a flashbang rather. A flashbang must have gone off right inside a crate of weapons, and it's just they're garbage. They're worthless. So all that stuff is gone. You will find, however, a storage chip, a data, basically a thumb drive.
Yep.
Inside a couch. Now, some of the couch cushions and stuff like that have been sliced up some, but you actually go that extra mile. You tip the couch over, cut out the bottom of it. If you just pull that back off where you do the vacuum in the inside, it's not there. But when you actually cut open the bottom, you will find this basically, like I said, basically a thumb drive. That's what you're gonna find.
Yep.
It's not labeled. There's no name on it. No nothing like that to give you a clue what it is at this point. The place is devastated. Luckily, that he must have had the whole top floor, the whole penthouse was significantly armored on the floor and the walls. So all the damage, the fire that happened, the grenades that went off, all that stuff was pretty much contained to the penthouse floor. It didn't, we didn't have holes in the floor down into the other condos and all that stuff. It didn't burn, obviously didn't burn down the building. It was all pretty much contained. Let's see, he had that. Thinking what else. There's going to be spots. There's actually some rooms that are now accessible that are where the doors have been knocked down or broken off their hinges, that kind of thing, that you guys did not go into when you got the tour of his place before.
I've never been there.
You haven't been there. That's right. You haven't been there. So you do get the impression this place must have been really nice before it got destroyed.
Yep.
So yeah, you haven't been there. So there was a room that was obviously had racks and shelves that was for rifles and handguns and stuff. But again, the only things that are left are junk. There was a room that was all obviously all had heavy duty racks with hangers and stuff. Had armor, a lot of different kinds of armor and clothing and stuff in it. But again, what's left is all trash. There's a room that had a lot. It appears to have had a lot of electronics in it. In that there's a bunch of smashed electronics and stuff on the floor. There is a bio bed, one of those things netrunners use. They climb into. They can stay in it for days while they're running.
Yeah.
But it's knocked over on its side, and it looks like probably a flashbang went off inside the control box. So it's probably trash. You don't know you're not attacked, but it looks really badly damaged. Some other stuff like that. So your big find, you got your video and stuff, and your big find is that thumb drive.
Yep.
Okay.
Any jewelry or bling in the bedroom?
There is actually a safe that is open, hanging. The door was obviously used. Somebody used deck cord or something on it. And I'll tell you what. Since you asked that specifically, you can do another awareness. The safe appears empty.
Yep.
But you can go and I don't know if you heard me there. You can go ahead and do another awareness roll on that safe. Looking for jewelry. Damn. Okay. Let's see. You will find. Oh, let's see. When you examine that safe, you will find there is actually a compartment at the back of the safe hidden, concealed.
Yep.
And inside that compartment, you will find some assorted, like, high-end jewelry, diamonds, pearls, that kind of stuff. Stuff that you wouldn't expect a nut runner would care about per se, but probably was for the investment and, can easily trade for cash or whatever kind of stuff. You will also find, it would only be reasonable,
Patek Philippe reference 1562 watch.
I'm sorry? What was that?
Patek Philippe reference 1562. Just making a suggestion.
I'm sorry. I missed what I guess I don't understand, or it's breaking up again. What is 1562?
Patek Philippe reference 1562.
Okay. You will find just under 1,500 euro in there as well. And the jewelry. Okay. Now the jewelry's you can either keep it obviously, or you're gonna have to sell it to get values on it.
Did you say 1,500 euro?
About 1,500.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not very much, but And I'm going to give another chance. There's one more thing you might find. There is also actually a packet. It has a SIM card and SIM card, which it has passport stuff built into it, kind of like the passport cards. For Ricky Chavez, and it has a picture and stuff on it. Since you haven't met Bart Moss, you don't necessarily know what he looks like.
Yeah.
But if you at whatever point you check into it, yes, it's a picture of Bart Moss. So you find that stuff. That's all you're going to find in there.
Yep.
You will get dirty. There is soot and crap all over. Not to mention you're searching, tearing stuff up, trying to search. So you're going to get pretty dirty, filthy doing this search. This for the comment, for the information of it. Okay.
But in that case, when I finish doing that, I'll go back down to my place. I'm going to edit my footage and then put that up as a report on the the assault on Takatomi Square.
Okay. Mirage. Anything else in the 5 days? Anything else in the 5 days, and then we're going to advance 5 days.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, I've already got 4 of those days being pretty busy,
pretty
so
much.
5th day.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so you got that. Let's see, you got that. Ace has got that stuff. Okay, so it is 5 days later. Ace, you already you're already doing some of your stuff 5 days later. Those that were initially invited to do the jobs on Militech and Arasaka, which is going to be... Well, actually, it was all of you. Yeah, it was all of you, including Vasily, of course, but not here. Okay, I had to think that through. So you're all going to get, on that 5th day, you're all going to get the same text message that just says, so are you guys going to do the second part B of that job, or what?
You know my price.
If you want to send it to me again, or you can just say it. What was your price? Because I don't remember, man. I'm sorry.
Right, if you go to the PMs, you've only got to scroll up a little bit. There's the bit with the ammunition that I want. And then there's the stuff about the hooded Viper suits with the camera in the helmet.
Oh, right. Yeah. I remember that stuff.
And the weaponry.
I'm going to look at this real quick in a moment.
Including the Hellbringer pistol.
Just while you're doing that, I'll quickly just
go ahead.
put it in
Sorry.
chat. I bought 5 auto tanner injectors and used one for my photo shoot, and it's 4 days. Oh, no.
Okay.
A 13. So my attractiveness is 14 at the moment.
Oh, jeez.
Just for 4 days.
Just for 4 days.
Till I decide I want to be 14 again and use another one.
Yeah. Oh, man. All right. 25%. Do you recall without... Stringer, do you recall without necessarily asking you to go look it all up again, what kind of value this stuff had in the books?
48,000 for the suit.
Okay. Okay. So, good, got that for the moment. Is anybody else going to respond to Mr. Moss?
Yeah, I'll respond saying, well, the Militech job was supposed to be the easier one, and we barely walked away from it. So, do you have a plan?
Okay, so that's your response. Ace, I'm going to come back around and respond here in a moment. Okay. Ace, are you going to respond to him?
I'm gonna let Mirage's response stand for mine because I agree.
Well, these are individual text to each person.
Then I'm gonna respond almost the same way Mirage is.
Okay.
I don't know if we can do the Arasaka job. Is there a plan?
And so he will respond to Ace and Mirage. We should. I kind of hate to say that. Let me see. Let me first say to Stringer. He says he will tell you he can get you the suit. Let's see, what's the suit? I'm sorry, I got too many things I'm trying to keep track of here. I'm looking at what's included in the suit real quick.
Soldier 1422.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Okay, I'm gonna look it up and make sure, but he's gonna say he'll get you this. He can do the suit in lieu of cash.
Yep.
And there's that. He's gonna roll. Let me do a roll or two for him. Then for him. For them. Okay. One more. Okay. Okay. Yep. He will do the suit in its standard. The way it's listed, which I'll have to look it up in the book too. But he will do that for you instead of the payment. He will send a message to Ace and to Mirage that the plan. Let me see how would he say this? He will say, "I will, of course, give it whatever net support I can. The rest of the plan is up to you. That's why I'm paying you guys to do the job."
Okay. Send a group text that says, "Okay, we need to meet up to discuss this."
Yeah, I reply saying I agree.
Name the time and place and we'll meet up there.
I just remembered there was something else I hadn't rolled in the 5 days. Anyway. So, whatever you guys want to do on your...
So basically, wherever it is we meet up. To be honest, I don't know if we can do the Arasaka job. I mean, it is... we can't exactly sneak in with Vasily. Exactly fight our way through. I mean, some type of subterfuge is going to be needed. I can get myself into the building easy enough, but I'm not going to be able to get anywhere near the data storage or wherever.
We could get fake IDs and some Arasaka security uniforms. That way we probably can get Vasily into the building because he very much looks like he's in security.
Yeah, that's a good start. And everybody's going to have to get chipped for Japanese if you don't know Japanese.
I do not have a chip wire socket, nor am I getting one.
You get an interface plug available because if you have one, you can plug it into the interface plug.
Nope.
Well, that's going to be a problem. So don't talk. I do happen to have a chip for Japanese already installed.
But she is very pretty. Actually, nobody's seen you yet. No, none of the group have seen you yet, have they? Since you got your...
Don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't think that you guys have actually seen each other in the last week-ish. 5 days, but Hmm?
Well, look. Worst case scenario, I can be on assignment from Europe. I can somewhat speak French and Dutch now.
Ish.
So, being not trilingual, because I wouldn't say, I'm definitely not fluent, but, being able to speak and understand, at least to a level, 3 different languages, I'm sure it's alright.
Alright, so let's get some Arasaka IDs, some Arasaka uniforms, and I guess try and bluff our way in.
Yeah, I think we do that.
Just to check, are you guys having this conversation like at a club or a bar or at your place, condo or something like that, or where at?
Probably at our place because secure.
Okay, just checking.
I left the time and place up the Mirage.
Stringer, you're attending the meeting too, right? Just making sure.
Yep.
Okay, just you hadn't said anything, so I just wanted to confirm who was participating. And you guys will actually, you do have your meeting and stuff, and you're still talking. But Vasily has not responded when you guys wanted to do the meeting. You said a time, you said a place. He never responded to anything. He's just like ghosting at the moment. Just for the note of it.
Catch him up when you find him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, essentially, I think that's the best course of action. Get some disguises, get some IDs, because with most corporate offices, you can at least walk in the front door. They'll probably then have some security inside. If we've got some IDs that will let us get through that security, then we should be able to go about our business, hopefully. And then if the shit does hit the fan, then we have a Vasily.
Well, yeah, the worst comes to worst, we have a Vasily. I guess we can try. That's the best we can do.
So how would we go about getting the disguises and fake IDs? Anyone know anyone?
I know a fixer. I don't know if she could get access to that type of stuff.
It's mostly the fake IDs, really. I think getting the Arasaka uniforms is not really too much of a problem. That we should be able to do, because they don't all walk around with their company logo emblazoned on literally everything.
Yeah, that's true. So just a business suit would suffice. So we just need the IDs.
IDs.
I mean, I can contact my fixer pal and see if she can do it, but there's no guarantees.
Worth a try.
Alright, well, I'll give Belinda a call, who I bought my rifle from.
And I'm trying to remember, how do you know Belinda?
She's in my life path. She's,
Is that
friend.
the one from year 24? Is that the contact from year 24?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And that's who you got your rifle from. So yes, Belinda will answer. How are you, Ace? How's the federal
The rifle
building?
was fine. The federal building was just the same as always. A federal building.
And yes, and you said the rifle's working out well for you.
Yes.
Functioning.
I I got a favor to ask, or I got a question about something. Can you get us access to some Arasaka security IDs? And if so, how much would that run us for 4 people? 1 woman.
What level? Like just, you know, we'll get you into some random Arasaka protected place, or you need to get into the corporate building. You need to get into the more secure parts of the corporate building. What are you thinking?
The more secure parts of the corporate building. So, not top level, but pretty close to it.
Let's see. She's like, I might. Let's see. Well, she says, I don't necessarily deal in such things directly, but I might know somebody.
Okay.
Give me a moment here. Let's see. Give me just a second. We're going to do that. We're going to have, actually, sorry, one moment. We're going to do something. She is going to send you the contact information. If I can find what I was going to hit here. For, let's see, what's a good name? She's actually, she says he's kind of a weird one. He's not a fixer. He's actually a netrunner by trade, but he does a lot with IDs. And that's probably that. I'm thinking, she says, I think that's going to be my best suggestion for you. And
right.
yeah, I'll send you his information over. Let's see. Yeah.
Well, thank you, my dear. You have yet again come through, and I will remember that in the future.
No problem. You do better. I mean, like you said you were asking for a favor, so you owe me one.
Yep. And
all right.
I'm imagining you reflect on it. Thanks a bunch.
Okay, no problem. Bye.
And I will look up the contact information for the netrunner and give him a call.
Okay. Well, she'll send you the name and number. Let's. One second, I'm going to send this to you. There you go. Guy goes by Quartermain.
Wonderful.
And bonus points if anybody knows who Quartermain is.
Oh, he's Alex Quartermain. He's a pulp hero from way back when. Sean Connery played him in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and he had there was somebody else that played him back in the 80s.
Yep. It's some neat books with him in it. But so yeah, he's a netrunner. But what's that? Sorry.
You're saying like bonus points if you know him. I'm sitting here as a millennial, like
yes.
What?
You have no idea who we're talking about. These are classic books. Oh my gosh.
Oh, no,
anyway.
Alan Quartermain, not Alex.
Ellen, yes.
The most famous book is Solomon's Mines, which has been filmed 3 times, but no film has ever borne any resemblance to the story in the book.
Right.
And I hate Rider Haggard. As well as the fact that I actually like the Alan Quartermain stories, I used to have a bookshop.
Ah,
Yeah.
I've read some of that. I've read some of those stories. There was some neat stuff, and the character in the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. See, that movie got a lot of bad press or bad reviews and stuff, but I thought it was standing by itself. I thought it was a neat movie.
Same.
I
You know.
enjoyed it myself.
Yeah, I thought it was a good flick. Now, it did kind of shred some of the, some of those characters. They each have their own such huge backstories, but that's okay. You just take it as a film by itself, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so you're gonna contact Quartermain. I take it.
Yep.
Okay. You will get on the first ring. You will get an answer with I don't do accents very well, but it is a very Sean Connery-esque accent. I'm not going to say it's a British accent because he ain't British, but he doesn't usually sound Scottish necessarily either. So it's his take on those. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can picture it now.
Yeah, he doesn't.
On a Russian submarine.
That's it.
Yeah.
Somewhere between a Russian submarine captain and somebody who spent time in Alcatraz, and not even to mention Bond. Anyway, he will answer. Yes, hello. What can I do for you today?
Good afternoon, sir. My name is...
Ace, yes.
Belinda suggests that I contact you. We're looking... I have a group of people, 3 men, 1 female, looking to purchase some alternative identifications to get us into the Arasaka Tower, into some of the more secure zones, not top security, mind you, but secure enough to get us into the server room.
That's pretty secure stuff that you're looking for.
Indeed it is, and we are willing to pay for it.
What would you be willing to pay for
I will
such
cover
such things?
And I will say, okay, here we come to the bargaining price, gentlemen. What are we willing to pay for this?
Kind of look and shrug his. I don't know how much this kind of stuff usually goes for.
I've never had anything like this before.
Why? And I'll put in the phone. Why don't you give us a estimate, and we can negotiate from there.
Okay.
2,000 apiece.
That seems rather steep. How about 1,500?
You want? It's a lot of work. It's dangerous. There's some nasty ice getting into an Arasaka system to actually embed the ID information, the biometrics of each person, so that these will be real good IDs. These will be, well, Arasaka themselves won't hardly know they're not real.
Okay. All right.
They will be very good.
All right, let me consult my compatriots here. So, what do you guys say? To 2,000 apiece? Do we want to try and get them down a little bit, or do we want to just leave it as it is?
I think we give it. I think we give him what he wants. $2,000 isn't too bad. At least not for what I would be willing. So I'm happy with the $2,000, but we've got to make sure that they are. If maybe say to him, okay, if we are going to do $2,000, then make sure that they are top quality.
And I will relay that to Mr. Quartermain. We'll do $2,000 a piece, but they've got to be top quality.
I understand completely. That sounds like a deal. If you would, and each of you meet me at the Brain Spark Noir, if you're familiar with that club, brain dance club. But the point is that get a full scan and biometrics on each of you so that that ID will be perfect. As perfect as a fake, as perfect as a non-issued by the corporation, themselves can't be.
Sounds good. We will meet you there at whatever time is appropriate.
Okay. How about 8 p.m. this evening? Bring
That's
cash,
fine.
please. Bring cash, please.
And cash is expected. Cash will be brought.
Excellent. See you then. Have a terrific day.
Thank you. I'm not going to bother to repeat that to everybody.
He will hang up.
Really quickly,
Mm-hmm.
I just want to
Tell
ask, how does the garage work under this building?
Oh, because you got a vehicle now.
Yes.
Well, what we'll have to see, because I don't think we did this for yours. Oh crap! I just realized my camera's been covered up for I don't know how long. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oops.
Give me just a moment. I'll be right back. Yes, my girl.
Yes, Simone.
Oh my gosh, I can't see. I'm sorry, guys. I'll be right back. I can't hear at the moment. My youngest has
No worries.
decided that I need to play with her for a moment. Thank you. Let's see. Just for another moment, then I need to get back to the computer, kiddo. How's that? Okay. Thank you. Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
No worries.
My youngest decided that I needed to wear a mask with her for a minute, and she was happy.
Yeah.
Um.
I'm going to have to just
okay.
now, so I need to go toilet, get a drink, and then I've got something else starting at 7. Which is
Okay,
7 now.
I've got about 5 minutes or less, and I need to be cutting out anyway. But I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna say you're good. I'm gonna go over how the garage works and stuff. We won't do the meeting with Quartermain today. We'll do that first thing next time. But
I'm
yeah,
just
I'll
trying
go.
to find out what half the fucking abbreviations mean on the suit and stuff.
Oh,
So, tough. Is that,
it's gonna be.
Power armor suit.
Enjoy it.
yeah, tough. It's like -5. So I'm assuming that might mean it's going to be some sort of toughness, and -5 is not to be.
I'll. What's that?
It replaces your body.
That's
So-
like my damage modifier.
Yeah, it's your damage. What suit did you get? Because I might be able to help.
Hooded Viper.
Hooded Viper. That's a new one for me.
Yeah, it's
Let me,
Fortune.
That's
Let me cover the garage stuff real quick, and then we can end the stream and we can discuss the other stuff here. But the garage, real basically, the garage has assigned spaces based on your condo. Everybody, when you get one, you have a chance of getting a space. You may or may not. So I'm going to roll that right now for you. Would you like high or low? We're going to give you a 50-50 chance of having a parking space assigned to you.
We'll go high, but if I don't have one, and then I'm just messaging Bart being like, give me a parking space.
You're going to what? Oh, Bart, yeah. Okay, so you didn't get one assigned. You didn't get one when you had your condo. Okay, Alexia, we'll get that on charge. So you
Give me
didn't.
a parking space.
So you're gonna send him a text and ask him to give you a bonus.
Yep. Considering, we just paid to have the power for the whole building repaired.
There is that. Which, yeah, you're not sure how that, the, you see how that's gonna, well, yeah, well, actually, we didn't get into that. That's okay. Anyway, he will assign you a parking, he says that's it's fine. Yeah, I'll get you a parking space, he says. It will be on the, the second, not the main parking garage, but the sub level, which means I'm trying to find the floor plan for the building.
Just
Uh,
rather park my
Bill.
bike in there.
What? Sorry, what was that?
I'd rather park my bike in there than anywhere else.
There's a that's obviously not the right one, but I got enough of them now that it's not easy to just switch. I don't think this is going to be the right thing either. No, that's not it. Darn it. Anyway, because I gotta get going anyway. Where the hell is it? Okay, well, I don't know. I'll find it next time. I'll find it for next time.
Fine.
Anyway, point is, he'll go assign you a space. He'll get you a space on the subfloor, sub level. He'll get you. Basically there is a garage door on the back, the open side. Of course, I just switched away from that map. Anyway, off the back of the building, off the open side of the building, there is a garage door that goes into the main floor parking space. Inside that, there is a vehicle lift that will take you down to the sub parking garage. Subs. Okay, so he'll get you a space there. That's fine. He will do that. And that is where we're going to call it for today. We'll have to discuss next week. We're going to do we got to do the meeting recorder main, getting your IDs and all that, but also we're going to talk about that suit a little bit more because it does look pretty cool. And thank you guys. Maybe next week we're actually getting the party back together. Yay!
Hopefully we'll have Vasily as well, because after
Oh,
all,
yeah.
things you want him with us.
You kind of want your brick, huh?
Yeah.
Things like it might just be fine, but better safe
Yeah.
than sorry.
Right.
Yeah, before
Absolutely.
I go, the two other things on the armor are DFB and SIB. No fucking idea.
Okay, what was the first one again?
DFB.
DFB.
B.
They're
Victor,
all in max.
Victor or Bravo?
Bravo.
Okay.
SIB.
Yeah, they're max metal probably. Yeah.
Yeah, max metal would have all those things in it.
Failing that, if it's not in there, the only other place I can think it might be would be Firestorm Shockwave, which
Yeah.
is the Corp War with all the power armor troopers and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, I'll look there next week. I'll
Okay.
see you next week. I've got to go now. I've got something.
Sure.
So, yep. Okay. See you next time, Sugar. And Impulse or Mirage. Just so we got the map. I finally found the freaking floor plan I was looking for. There is a garage door here, and there is a garage door here. This one, the bottom one, actually goes straight into that is this gray. Well, you guys can't see it. Is this area, which
Yeah.
Oh my.
I think the Matrix got him.
Yeah, I think so.
That's cool, man. Oh, I'm glad.
That's-
I think my character wanted to do, so
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yep.
It gives me a bit of steady income.
Good.
Yep.
Good. Good.
Thank you.
Thanks.